breaking news coming in from Bihar. They said Lalu Prasad Yadav's daughter Rohini Acharya has just now announced on X a short while ago that she has quit politics and also severed ties with her family a day after the RJD or the Rashtriya Janata Dal suffered a massive setback in the Bihar Assembly Elections. This after the political debacle. Remember, they've had a miserable performance in the state assembly election. She's also said that she took this step on the advice of RJD rebel Sanjay Yadav and Rohini Acharya's own husband Rameez Alam. That's a big input coming in. Setback after setback for the RJD. A day after that debacle, we are now learning that Rohini Acharya has quit the RJD. Pallavi joins me with more inputs. Pallavi, what led to this decision?
Yeah, Akanksha, I think this was something which was waiting to happen, and nothing like defeat which brings out the dissent in the open, and that's exactly what is now happening within the RJD. I also suspect that over the next few days, when that manthan starts taking place, the fissures within the RJD will start coming out. Look, things have never really been very comfortable as far as Sanjay Yadav goes. Interestingly, Akanksha, it's not just the RJD leaders, but many within the Congress party would object to the fact that Sanjay Yadav used to dictate the campaigns, not just for Tejashwi Yadav, but also any kind of negotiations or alliance talks which were taking place within the Mahagathbandhan. There were also objections raised of Sanjay Yadav's presence in one-on-one meetings which were supposed to take place between Tejashwi Yadav, Mr. Kharge, as well as of Rahul Gandhi. But apart from that, if we talk about the family, it's not the first time. Rohini Acharya earlier too had objected to the fact that why is it that Sanjay Yadav is dictating the role of the family within the RJD. Why is it that Rohini Acharya, Mita Bharti, all of them are being completely sidelined because of Sanjay Yadav factor? So that anger against Sanjay Yadav, and because of the very poor performance of the RJD in the Bihar elections, I think knives are going to be out and all the blame is going to be put on Sanjay Yadav.
So, Pallavi, is there an inherent contradiction given the history that she's had with a controversial history with Sanjay Yadav? Because in that message she sent out on X, she categorically states that she's taken this step on the advice of Sanjay Yadav and her husband Rameez Alam as well.
You know, she has made it very clear earlier also, and I remember it was placated because that was the time when the campaign was going on, Akanksha, and it wouldn't have augured very well for the RJD if you see them fighting amongst each other. So she had taken a very quiet step. I think the last time round, Rohini Acharya was seen publicly with Tejashwi Yadav was at that press conference in Patna just a day before the second phase of polling. But earlier too, she had made the point, she's being extremely sarcastic because she's always made the allegation that Sanjay Yadav wanted to keep the sisters out, particularly her. You know, she's very well known more for the fact that she had donated her kidney to her ailing father, Lalu Prasad Yadav, and that was often flaunted by the RJD as an instance of women empowerment, how the daughters are given importance within the family and within the RJD as well. She had always insinuated that she was being kept out of the limelight because Sanjay wanted her to be out of it. But as I said, you know, Akanksha, during election time, no one wants to create a scene. Once an election has ended, counting is over, defeat is very dismal for them, staring at their face. That is when now all the inner feelings or the dissent is going to start coming out in the open.
Pallavi, how do you weigh in on the fissures that are now coming to the forefront? One, of course, took place much before the elections, that is Tej Pratap Yadav's own ouster. And now Rohini Acharya. What does this speak of the Lalu Yadav family itself? Do you see two camps? Because here she's naming Sanjay Yadav, she's also naming Rameez Alam, her husband. You already have Tej Pratap as the prodigal son. Take us through, what do you make of these fissures within the Lalu Yadav family?
You know, Akanksha, in a family-driven party, you know, the family can also act as a bond, but the family can also become a kind of a dissent. I mean, I'm going to make a quick contrast to, say, the Gandhi family, where there's never been much open talk about any dissent between the siblings or sibling rivalry. That's mostly chatter among, you know, speculation of political experts. But the Gandhis were very clear in putting this image across as hum saath saath hain, we are all one together. And it's very clear cut that Rahul Gandhi is going to be the face and we are the ones who are going to kind of support him completely. That's not really been the case as far as the Yadav family is concerned. Tej Pratap Yadav also had his political ambitions. He felt that he was unfairly ousted by Lalu Prasad Yadav and Rabri Devi at the behest of a coterie, and that coterie was that of his brother Tejashwi as well as of Sanjay Yadav. He also done a very aggressive campaign. He never even bothered to reach out in public interactions. He would say that I'm not in touch with my family. I have rarely speak to my father, but I also get to speak very rarely to my mother. But she would always stand by him publicly asking people to vote for Tej Pratap. So that dissent in the Yadav family was very, very clear. Tej Pratap, then Rohini Acharya. Now, if you have a family in which all the 4 members are equally politically ambitious, I think this was waiting to happen. This is bound to happen. Tejashwi, Tej Pratap, Rohini Acharya and Misa Bharti, all of them had their own political ambitions. In fact, Rohini Acharya had also contested against Rajiv Pratap Rudy. And that was an end to her political career in a sense because she had lost those elections.
All right.
But having said that,
Pallavi, we're going to request you to continue staying with me because I'm also joined in by Pradeep Bhandari of the Bharatiya Janata Party on the phone line. Pradeep, your thoughts now that this resignation has come in? It's not the first time that we've seen such kind of a defiance brew within the RJD, but what's your assessment?
Well, the Honorable Prime Minister, during the campaigning of Bihar, had forecasted and predicted that after the results of Bihar elections, you will see one Parivarvadi fighting against the other Parivarvadi, one RJD fighting against the Congress. So this is pure Parivar versus Parivar, and exactly this mindset of only thinking about Parivar, fighting amongst Parivar is what Bihar has rejected. Bihar has chosen development, and the Parivarvadis fighting amongst each other has proven how Bihar has proven right. Because had Bihar chosen them, they would have only been fighting for Parivar rights rather than focusing on people's rights.
Pradeep, lastly, are the doors of the Bharatiya Janata Party open for Rohini Acharya?
Well, this is a matter of speculation. It is not fit for me to respond. We are right now focusing on the victory or decisive victory of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in Bihar, where development and positive politics has won.
On that note, heartiest congratulations to you and the party. Many thanks to you, Pradeep, for joining in. Thanks to Pallavi also for bringing us all those details to that.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV18 on all the social media platforms.